Hey everyone, RogueGold here, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. As most of you know, vendor reset coverage and recaps is not a form of content that I typically do, and for the record, that's nothing against doing that type of stuff. It's certainly very informative and useful. I just find it slightly redundant due to how many people already do it, the amount of resources you can find on that stuff online. However, today I'm making a bit of an exception. Couple of reasons for that. For one, I'm currently hard at work on wrapping up two pretty big projects and videos that I want to get out the door prior to Year 6's launch in under 2 weeks now. So I don't have a ton of time to be putting into other videos and just brainstorming and all of that. And two, for the most part, until we start hearing news about what's coming for Year 6 Season 1 or the timeline for that or anything, I don't have a ton left that I want to talk about regarding Vanguard and everything else going on with the game currently. So I figured I would come in today and do a quick video covering the vendor stock and reset for Danny Weaver, the textile vendor. And in many ways, I want you all to consider this to be kind of a check-in that I'm doing to make sure you're all doing this every week. Because I've not covered Danny Weaver since he launched back with, what was it, TU 20.1? But it is a vendor that I visit every Wednesday like today is, because for longtime players of the Division 2, these are essentially free rewards. And that's thanks to how many textiles that we have saved up over the years. So think of this as those ads that you got when you were kids asking if you're brushing your teeth every day. I want to make sure that you all are going to Danny Weaver every Wednesday or every weekly reset to claim these rewards, because they can be pretty good. And from what I've heard, today's stock is quite lucrative. So let's not waste any more time and jump on in-game to see what we're missing out on. Alright, so again, for anyone who missed my coverage and guide on the textile vendor back when he released, let me quickly go over the way that I easily go to locate him every week. What you want to do is fast travel down to the bottom right corner of the DC map down to the Space Admin HQ mission. Once you load in right here, do a complete 180 and run right back towards this room here, and you'll see right there that we have the snitch spawn. This is what you need. You just need to talk to the snitch. It'll then reveal Danny's location on the map. So I run right in here, gonna grab that, open my map then, take a look at where we can find his icon, and that is him right there. Now, it is important to note, if you're not familiar with this specific vendor system, even though the game resets on Tuesdays every week, that is when like everything else in the game restocks. Technically, that is when Danny is restocking, but due to the limited availability of these rarer vendors, the first time that he becomes available every week is today on Wednesdays. I believe the availability range is like Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's what it is. Anyway, Wednesdays is the first day every week after the reset that you're going to be able to find him. So taking a look, again, I've heard this week's stock is pretty good. Here it is. 3 exotic caches is not bad whatsoever, and like I said, for longtime players, these are essentially free rewards, because the currency that he uses to claim these things is textiles. That is the duplicate currency that you get for apparel items in the game, so this ain't a bad deal at all. I'm going to claim all 3 of these right here, and then we also get 1 named item cache. And there you have it. If you're not familiar with Danny, every week that he comes in, he has different rewards. This is not the same stock that he has every week, but for 3 exotics this week, like I said, I don't think that's a bad deal at all. We got a capacitor, a Dr. Home, and a Bullet King. Not a bad haul at all. So yeah, hopefully that answers all your questions and confusions that you might have had with Danny Weaver and the textile vendor. Alright my friends, and that was a quick refresher and your look at this week's stock for Danny Weaver, the textile vendor in the Division 2. Some pretty good stuff. This is a good week for me to go in and do this, considering it's not my normal content. I hope you all enjoyed this, or I hope somebody out there got reminded that this is something you should be checking every week, because it can certainly be worthwhile for the amount of stuff that he offers. Again, like I mentioned at the start, this is not my typical form of content. This is not something that I plan to do on a weekly basis. But for those aforementioned reasons, I figured today was a good day to go in and just see what he's got. Remind you all that this is a weekly thing you should be doing. So yeah, I hope you found it helpful and enjoyed. If you did, and you want to stay in the loop on everything coming up with the Division 2, because I've certainly got some big plans coming up for Year 6, then be sure to click that subscribe button. I can personally guarantee that the Division gods will bless you with good RNG for the rest of the week. Alright my friends, that is all I've got for today. Any thoughts, questions you have, as always, leave them down below in the comments, and I will see you all very soon. Until then, everybody, RogueGold out.